It was a chilly morning, and our office was buzzing with excitement. We had just landed a project that demanded robust cloud infrastructure. So enter our two contenders, AWS and Azure. The question on everyone's mind? Which one to choose? Keep watching to see how we approached it. We are Jelvix, a software development partner for industry leaders. We post weekly videos on our work in tech in 5 minutes. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, use the Super Thanks feature to support our channel so we can deliver more great content. Alright, where do we begin? Of course, defining our contenders for you, AWS and Azure. Amazon Web Services, or AWS, is a secure cloud services platform brought to you by the e-commerce behemoth, Amazon. AWS offers computing power, storage, content delivery, and many other functionalities to help businesses scale and grow. On the other hand, Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing service for building, testing, deploying, and managing applications and services through Microsoft-managed data centers. Azure offers various solutions suitable for all industries, all tied together with robust security and compliance offerings. Now, quite a while ago, our journey with AWS began with a project for a startup looking to scale rapidly. AWS, with its dynamic range of offerings, from computational power to storage, seemed to promise endless possibilities. Azure, on the other hand, introduced itself when we collaborated with a major corporate client, valuing tight Windows integration. Two platforms, two distinct experiences. Okay, let's overhear the stories from the development floor. One evening, the Jelvix team found themselves passionately discussing AWS and Azure over pizza and coffee. Anna, our lead developer, recalled how Azure's seamless integration with Windows made a difference during a crucial deployment for a fintech client. On the other side of the room, Alex spoke about an e-commerce project where AWS's durability was a game changer. Both AWS and Azure have been our allies, but the question is, which one fits better with your specific needs? This is where it gets tricky. Before we dive into the deep end, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, back to our story. The competition between AWS and Azure is a classy rivalry. We looked into Statista to find some data for our argument. AWS holds 32% of the global market share, while Azure isn't far behind. AWS supporters on our team are proud that it's number one. With over 1 million customers, 2 million servers, 100,000 weather forecasting computer cores, and $10 billion in annual revenue, AWS is the largest cloud computing platform. The other part of our team adds that, meanwhile, growing at a rate of 120,000 new customers per month, 5 million organizations using Azure Active Directory, 4 million developers registered with Visual Studio Team Services, 1.4 million SQL databases. Azure is on the verge of dominating AWS cloud services. Now, we'll stop bragging numbers and explore what each platform offers. What about their computational power? We recall a time when we were working on a couple of big data projects. One had AWS and the second had Azure used. Both of them shined, to be honest. AWS provided EC2 instances that allowed us to compute flexibility on demand, while Azure offered services based on virtual machines, supplemented with tools like Cloud Services and Resource Manager. Next up is storage, crucial for any data-driven project. Both AWS and Azure offer robust storage services. On a recent e-commerce project, we experienced firsthand AWS's high availability and durability. Talking about databases, both platforms have their strengths. AWS's flexibility comes in handy when working with a range of database engines. While Azure's focus on MS SQL Server served us well when we were developing an application for a client in the healthcare industry. Now for machine learning, one of our favorite topics. We recall working on a predictive analytics project where we used AWS's SageMaker and Azure's Machine Learning Studio. Both were invaluable, although their approaches were different. SageMaker relies on coding, while Azure boasts a more intuitive drag and drop interface. And as for pricing, startups we collaborated with appreciated the cost-effective options both AWS and Azure presented. But deciding between AWS's hourly and Azure's per-minute billing? That led to some intense team meetings. So which one to go for? Well, it really depends on your needs. If seamless Windows integration is your priority, Azure is your go-to. But if you prefer a diverse set of tools and lean towards infrastructure as a service, AWS could be the one. We've used both platforms across diverse projects and have seen firsthand that the right platform can change based on the task at hand. That's why we believe it's crucial to thoroughly consider your project requirements, your team's expertise, and your future growth plans before making a decision. Make sure you check out our video about AWS monitoring. As always, show some love by liking this video, dropping a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. Catch you in our next tech adventure.